Hey, hey, come with me to do a spell for protection for my home. And that includes this TikTok page because this is my home. So we're going to do a spell for protection in my home and on this page. First ingredient is a key and a bird's nest that I found outside. Naturally sourced, it was no longer being used. I found it on the ground. Normally I would put it back somewhere and allow the other birds to use it, but in this case I thought, great idea to use for a tutorial on how to protect your home. So we have a key here. It's not a real key, but it is a symbolic key. It does say believe on the top, and we're going to put it right in our nest. The other thing I have is a few crystals. I have a moss agate ball, which kind of symbolizes an egg, so my brain says that I want my home to be grounded in nature, and we're going to put that in the nest. And then we have a citrine ball, and that is to bring monetary value into my home and into my family and into this page. So we're going to put those in there. And in my specific case, you don't have to add this. This is extra for me, but it was 111 when I said this, so I'm assuming it's divinely guided. I'm putting an Apache tear into mine as well. Apache tears are great for absorbing extreme grief, and lately I've had a lot of really not great things happening in my life, but also my dog died, and I'm trying to help myself through the grief process. All right, the next thing we're putting in is just a pinch of some broken eggshells. We're going to just put those kind of around the outside, just crumple them in there. Doesn't have to be a lot, and it can go around the nest too. It doesn't have to be right in the nest, but it does help to get them in the general vicinity. A couple of bay leaves, just for extra protection. We're going to crush those guys up. You can also write something on it and put it on there, but you don't have to. Witchcraft is beautiful, where you can just kind of do whatever comes to your heart. Measure with your heart, you know. All right, we got some ground cinnamon for prosperity. And in my case, I really like to use glitter for mine. So we get some green glitter to symbolize the prosperity coming into my life, monetary gain. Anything negative turns into positive. And then gold glitter, because gold is very symbolic of literally gold. Oh, is that not pouring? Sorry guys. And that I'm gonna do all around it because I want it to surround me. And I have a few witchy type powders that I got from a witchy shop, not to be named because they had some drama recently, but I've had these for years. So I'm gonna put a little cast off evil around my nest, and I'm gonna little peaceful home within my nest. Okay. The next thing we're going to add, even though it already has some feathers within it, is a feather that I specifically was gifted by Spirit. We're going to put that right in there. I did already put a quarter in there, and I have some acorns I collected over the years with my children. And I'm going to put one of those in there because I want to grow something new in my life. I want a new home that is suited to my life and my business and everything else, and I want it to be related to this. I want it to be related to this. Now, this specific spell calls for 2 white candles on either side of this nest, but I like to use green candles to call in abundance and other things. So what I'm going to do is use 3 candles. I'm going to put 1 in the back and 2 on the sides. Again, you can do this however you like. The nice part about witchcraft is it's not one size fits all. It's literally whatever comes to your heart. And you know, being raised by Italian women really sets that home where you think, man, sometimes you gotta measure with your heart. All right, here is the finished, what it looks like. Not perfect, not pretty, but you know, it does its job. It looks good to me. So we're gonna light some incense. Give it a moment to burn. We're going to say, universe, ancestors, God, universe, source, Gus, please protect my home from any weapon formed against me or my family. And then we're going to circle this 1, 2, 3 times. It's a minute. And then I put my incense right here to burn for a little while. And then I just let it burn. Make sure you have proper fire safety on hand just in case you do something a little crazy or if your nest accidentally catches on fire. Make sure you have something extra to douse it out. I don't suggest water. I suggest smothering your flame. And I don't suggest trying to blow it out because oxygen makes flame worse. Okay? So that's how you do a spell to protect your home. When we are done with this, when this candle has already burned out, the nest and everything is left over, I'm going to put it in a baggie and I'm going to put it somewhere in my home to offer as a protection ward for my home. Now, that's how I do a bird's nest protection spell. Again, you can do whatever makes you happy as long as you follow the general idea of the spell. Flavor it up however you like. Happy casting!